stock exchange officials and clearinghouse. We will first understand the role or functions of the secondary market. So what are the functions of secondary market? So it ensures liquidity of capital, then continuous market for securities, evaluation of securities, mobilizing surplus savings, helpful in raising new capital, safety in dealings, then listing of securities, platform for public debt, and clearinghouse of business information. Then we even discussed about some of the major players in the secondary market: stockbroker, financial intermediaries, non-banking financial institutions, individual investors. So what we are studying now, the major components of stock exchanges. Now, the first one we'll study about investors. So you and me, the small investors, we are called as retail investors. Please understand, retail investors. Whereas people who invest in large amount or who do bulk deal or block deal, they are called as high net worth individuals. Then we have brokers. A stockbroker is a professional with proper qualifications and regulatory knowledge. This professional deals in stocks and other securities on behalf of their clients. Brokers are also responsible for providing advisory services to their clients so that their funds are properly allocated. Then we have some of the non-banking financial institutions, which also play an important component. So these institutions perform a variety of banking functions. So how exactly the buying and the selling happens in the equity market? So to buy or sell the securities on the stock exchange, the following sequential activities take place. First thing is you are placing an order, then execution of order takes place. Then when the order is executed, students, so the price, whatever you have mentioned, is matching with the current market price or the last traded price. So we say the order is executed. And once the order is executed, what happens? The reporting of trade. You will get a trade confirmation message. Then exchange between client and broker. So what exchanges will happen between client and broker? The client who has bought the shares, for him, the broker will be exchanging of the cash or the money and the shares. So in the client demat account, the shares will be transferred, and from the client, that is whatever the amount is there in his DP, that much amount will be debited and it will be transferred. Then clearing function, and then exchange between broker and the client. Now first, step by step, we'll understand this. So once a decision to buy or sell has been done by the client, he will place an order to his broker. So when I say when he places an order, it can be either a market order or a limit order. So what do you mean by market order? So suppose you want to purchase at the current market price, you tell the broker that place an order immediately at the market price. So when you want to, what do you mean by limit order? Suppose you are feeling that the market price might come down. So you will tell the broker, suppose it is trading at 100 rupee, you will tell him to place an order at 98 or 97, right? So whenever it comes down, your order will be executed. That is called as limit order. Then execution of order. The broker executes the order on the floor of the stock exchange as per the order specification of the client. So confirmation of transaction. When once the order is executed, you will be getting a confirmation message. So after execution and reporting, it is necessary to give a confirmation to the client by issuing a contract note. Then exchange between client and the broker. So the broker takes money or shares from the client. So in first scenario, please understand, the broker takes money or shares from the client. So when the client is buying the shares, the broker will be taking the money and transferring the shares to the client. So before the paying day or payout day. Then clearing function. Every stock exchange has a clearing house which facilitates the settlement of the net position of the brokers as follows. So what happens on pay-in day? The purchasing broker is to pay the money in its bank account maintained with the bank of the clearing house, and the selling broker is to give the delivery of securities to the clearing house. So on payout day, what happens? The purchasing broker receives the delivery of securities from the clearing house, and selling broker receives money in his bank maintained with the bank of clearing house. So I will stop here today, students. So because if I go further, so probably it will be difficult for you to understand. Okay. So today I'll be stopping here, but I'll be showing you the screens related to the markets, that is NSE and BSE. Right. So today, let me go quickly what all concepts we have studied, students, so that it will be a quick revision for all of you. So first, what we have studied, we have understood the security forms of investment and non-security forms of investment. In security forms of investment, we discussed about equity shares. So please remember, equity shares are also termed as ordinary shares or common shares. They have the voting rights and the part of decision-making process on major issues relating to the affairs of the company. So we even discussed about the types of equity shares, that is blue chip, growth shares, income shares, cyclical shares, defensive shares, and speculative shares. Then we discussed about preference shares. So preference shares have the unique characteristics of being hybrid in nature. So they have certain features of equity and at the same time certain features of debentures. So then we discussed the different types of preference shares, that is cumulative preference shares, non-cumulative preference shares, participating preference shares, non-participating preference shares, convertible preference shares, redeemable preference shares, and irredeemable preference shares. Then we discussed about debentures, wherein a debenture is an instrument through which an Indian public limited company can raise funds from the market. A debenture is signed by the company with its seal to acknowledge the debt of the person, ensuring the advanced amount of debt. So we even discussed about, in today's class, what we have discussed, the types of debentures. The first one was like naked debenture, mortgage debenture, then redeemable debentures, irredeemable debentures, bearer debentures, registered debentures, convertible and non-convertible debentures. Then we even spoke about bonds today. So what do you mean by bond? Please understand the term called as coupon rate when it comes to bond, coupon interest rate. So a bond is a debt security in which the authorized issuer owes the holder a debt and is obliged to repay the principal and interest. The interest is called as what? Coupon interest. Please remember this. At a later date, termed as maturity. Then we even discussed about Indra Vikas Patras and Kisan Vikas Patras, which are government securities and money market instruments, wherein the risk return both are low to moderate compared to equity market. Then when we spoke about the non-security form of investment, when I say about deposits, it can be bank deposits, post office deposits, and non-banking financial corporation deposits. Then we have public provident funds, national savings certificates, national savings schemes, life insurance, mutual funds. It is a trust that saves the, mutual fund is a trust that basically saves the investments of large number of investors whose objective is common. Again, students, in mutual funds, you have equity mutual funds, then we have money market mutual funds. There are a lot of other types of mutual funds. Then real estate and arts. Then we even discussed about the sources of investment information. Then financial markets. We came to know today one thing, that financial markets are the backbone of any country's economy. If financial markets are doing good, then your economy is also doing good. It's like vice versa. Then we discussed about the structure of the financial markets, wherein we understood today the money market as well as capital market. In detail, we understood the procedure of IPO, and we understood the role of underwriters also in an IPO process. So money market, it is a market in which liquid funds, cash, as well as highly liquid securities are traded for very shorter duration or time period. The main participants in this market are banks and financial institutions. So we even understood about the various mechanisms of raising capital from the public. The first one was rights issue, public issue, private placement, book building. So public issue, all of you know, it's also called as new issue market or initial public offering. So wherein the public issue, where the securities are issued to the members of the general public, it takes the form of public issue. It is the most common method of raising long-term funds. Then please understand, when I say rights issue, it is for the existing shareholders. Okay, when the issue of equity shares of a body corporate is made to the existing shareholders as a preemptive right. So under this method, additional securities are offered for the subscription to the existing shareholders. Then we even discussed about the private placement, students, wherein private placement, where the shares of a body corporate are sold to a group of small investors. Then book building method, a method of marketing the shares of a company whereby the quantum and the price of the securities to be issued will decide on the basis of the bids received from the prospective shareholders by the lead merchant bankers. It's also called as book building method. Then we understood the secondary market operations. Then we even studied about the stock exchanges, that is Nifty as well as Sensex. Nifty consists of top 50 companies in terms of market capitalization. Sensex consists of top 30 companies in terms of market capitalization. So who are the major players and instruments in the secondary market? We have FIs, corporates, general public, banks, insurance companies, as well as investment companies. Then instruments of secondary market, we discussed about the equity shares, preference shares, debentures, bonds, as well as non-voting equity shares. So what I'll do is I'll be showing you the screen now. All are with me? Are you understanding today? At least something you understood today, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what we'll do is I'll take you to two popular exchanges, nseindia.com and bseindia.com. Okay, all of you. Now if you can see at the top, if I ask you index Nifty 50, I was telling, right? See, Nifty 50, it is at 11,392.1. It is today up by, you can see here, right, all of you? Is it visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So 11,395, it is up by 117 rupee. See, you can see various index also, students, it is there in your syllabus. Please try to understand. Nifty Midcap 50, Nifty Auto, that means Nifty Auto, here students, you can see. Nifty Auto, 7,942. This is the value. It consists of only auto sector stocks like Tata Motors. Clear? Then we have Nifty Bank. It consists of all the stocks related to the banks. If you ask me, sir, which are the top 5 stocks in Nifty 50? So today's, you can see BPCL, IndusInd Bank here, students. Top gainers. Then State Bank of India, Reliance, then Z Limited. Now, how do I search? How do I get the price of a particular company? So suppose any company you tell me, I'll open here. Any company you want to know the price, you tell me, I'll open here. Who shall, let me ask? Okay, Kavita. Lakshmi Wali, you want to know any company's market price? Good morning,
Yes.
Lakshmi.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, you want to know any company's market price in
Sir,
Nifty, NSE? NSE is an exchange. Please understand, okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, which company you want to know or you don't want to know anything? Sir, already time is up, sir. 11:05.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
it seems.
Infosys.
Infosys. Okay. Please observe now, students. Infosys Limited. It is called Infi in equity. Okay. The moment I press it, I get all the information about Infosys. See, the price information 936.8. The current market price of Infosys is 936.8. Its previous day closing is 927.75. Today's opening is 935.30. So lower band, it can go up to 835. Upper band, it can go up to 1020. It has no price band, okay? So how do you want to know? So if you want to know about a particular company, say for example, TCS, Tata Consultancy in equity. The moment I click, so I will be getting TCS 2340.40. You can see here. That means, students, please understand, in order to purchase one share of TCS, you need to pay 2340.40 rupee. Clear? See, today, if someone, today's opening is what? 2335. Today, if you had purchased 100 shares, please note 100 shares. That means now you would have made a profit of how much? Can anyone? Today opening itself, if someone had bought 100 shares of TCS at the rate of 2,335, now presently, what is the net profit? Come on, students, don't sleep.
500.
Yeah. My question to you is, if someone had purchased TCS at 2,335, the quantity is 100. What is the net profit now, present?
500.
Very good.
500,
Who is this?
500. 500, sir.
How 500? 2,335, correct?
Yes.
The quantity is 100. So 100 multiplied by what is the net profit per share? Now you are getting 5 rupee. So 5 multiplied by quantity is 500. That's very simple. Okay. This is called as intraday profit. Please remember, all of you I'm telling, don't remember, this is called as intraday profit. So what a speculator will do? He will buy, he will sell. He will take 500 rupee and he'll keep quiet. He'll watch again. He'll again enter. So he will be making intraday profits. Clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Now one more concept I'll tell you. Please understand this very carefully. You can do two types of transaction in a day. One is, I purchase at 2,335. That is the opening. Then I sell at 2,340. 5 rupees my net profit. You people only told me, sir, 500 is the net profit. Correct? That is one, buy and sell. All of you agree? I bought and I sold. I made 5 rupee profit. All of you agree?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now what happens? I can sell and buy and make a profit. That is called as taking short position. Taking short position is what? I can sell and then buy. The difference multiplied by the quantity is my net profit. Now what I do at 2,340, say I take some other company. I take my favorite company only. I'll take Page Industries, because I feel happy to see the price of Page Industries. Because you will be shocked now. Page Industries per share, it is 18,570. My dear students, 18,570. If I want you to show the graph of this Page Industries, you will be shocked to see the graph. Page Industries. Just one slide, I'll stop it. Please have patience. See, students, Page Industries, 16th March 2007. Please see my graph. All can see my graph here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We
Anyone
can
tell me
see.
yes, sir? I can see?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can see.
Okay, perfect. See here, students. My cursor is there at see when it started 16th March 2007. Per share, it was 271 rupee 80 paise. You can see there. I'm not manipulating anything. Then what happened in 2009? It came to 329 rupee 55 paise. That is 26 December 2008. Then in 2011, it came to 1,512. That is on 28 January 2011. Then slowly it started. See, slowly it started. See, slowly it started. It came to 19th June 2015. It came to 15,060 rupee per share.
15,000.
From where? From 217, it came to 15,161. It did not stop there. It again went. See, you can see here. It again went. It again went. And one fine day, it touched the high, which is 34,651 per share. If someone had 100 shares at 270, now it is 34,651 on August 24, 2018. Just imagine the profit. So that is why I told you long-term investments are better compared to short-term. If someone had purchased, say, 1,000 shares, I'll tell you the calculation on 1,000 shares multiplied by
34 lakhs, sir. 3 crore.
what
3 crore.
man, 34 lakhs, Vishal.
3 crore. 3 crore,
3
sir.
crore 40 lakhs.
I
3
thought 100,
crore
sir.
40
3
lakhs.
crore. Yes, sir.
Correct,
Yes, sir.
Vishal?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3 crore
And
40
what is
lakhs.
your investment, Vishal, in 2007?
It was just
2,70,000. That's
2
all.
lakh 70,000, sir. 2 lakh 70,000.
2,70,000. I am not bluffing you, students. The graph is in front of you here. Now the story still continues. The last share I'll take, I'll stop here. MRF. This is
3
my
crore
favorite. See here,
46 lakh
MRF.
51,000.
MRF. See here, 1999 it was 1,900, and it was given at 10 rupee per share. Okay. Now it went long term. It went here. When it went to 80,860. You can see my screen over there. 27th July 2018, it went to 80,860 per share. That means if someone had applied for an IPO and if MRF shares was allotted to him at 10 rupee, suppose if I had 1,000 shares of MRF, so just imagine the profit, students. Correct? So this is your equity market. That is where this subject plays a very important role. This subject, if you are perfect investment management students, your career will be like, you are like an equity analyst or a research analyst, or you yourself can start something on your own. Because today, majority of our students here are now, they themselves are stockbrokers. So that was about NSA. So now that was about BSE. All of them have a observing NSE and BSE websites. Okay. Now BSE stands for Bombay Stock Exchange. Now if I ask you, what is BSE Sensex? What is the current index value? See here, you can see here, it is 38,657.78. You can see here, my cursor. Today, it is up by 463 rupee 86 paise. Clear? Now here also what I can say, I can get the quote of Robert Bosch or Bosch company, Bosch. You will be shocked to see Bosch price now. Per share, it is 12,840.60. That means if in order to purchase one share of Bosch, you need to pay 12,840.6. So you can see here, students, this is called the book of a share. The previous closing, opening today, today's opening, today's high, today's low. 52-week high, 52-week low, that is 7,874. They have even mentioned here earning per share, price earning, everything, all the information related to the particular company will be mentioned by NSE and BSE. Transparently, they have to mention to all the shareholders. Okay. So this is how you can start slowly understanding about the equity market operations. So today you only saw long-term investment, how it is beneficial to all of you, right? So any queries you have? Or shall I wind up? It's already 11:15. So I'll be taking the next class. I'll be continuing with the theoretical session. And from next week onwards, I'll be solving the problems that is of unit 2, that is risk and return. So the first unit will be completely theoretical. Now what I request all of you is kindly have a practice of making a notes now itself. I have shared everything to you. So after unit 1, please start making a notes of this, because this note should be there with you throughout your life. because this is a very important subject from the finance for all the finance specialization students, right? So unit 1 is concerned. So whatever the topics we have discussed, so kindly make a notes of that. So have a great day to